Hi guys, welcome to the next episode of the Talk About C. As you know, this is our third episode right now, and you know what you can expect from us right now. Which one is funny? Hi sweetheart. My today's guest is Jayne O'Brien. We've been talking more about Pilates and more about exercise. And Jayne, I'll give you the word. Tell me something about yourself.
Oh, so what is it you want to know?
I would like to start where you've been, for example, born, and how was your early life, maybe education?
Okay, so I was born in the UK, just outside London, and I moved over to South Africa when I was 6 years old because my parents were transferred there. So I grew up in South Africa and did all my schooling there, and then I was always interested in sports, and I was a swimmer at school, and then I started being interested in, getting fit and, staying fit after I'd finished school. So I started doing
So
things
you've been
like...
still doing the school in South Africa for homeschooling from age 6 until age...
18.
18?
No, not homeschooling.
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
No, not a homeschool. No, I was at school, just normal school.
Oh, lovely.
And I was a swimmer at school, so I did swimming, and I was active, and then when I finished school, I was like...
Tell me more about the school. What else have you done in the school? Like, just the swimming. What else did you have, for example? What was your other passions than just the swimming?
Oh, okay. So I got up to as far as the equivalent of A levels in London.
Have you done something else than swimming?
What, other sports?
Yeah, sports, or maybe something like acting, or...
No, I never did any acting.
Maybe dancing.
No, I didn't really do dancing. When I finished school, when I started doing like aerobics, then I did do a little bit of dancing, but I've never been a dancer. No.
What else have you done? Like literally something else than did you ever sing, for example?
Sing?
Yeah.
No, I never sang. I never danced. No, I was always like, not athletics, because I didn't really enjoy running, but.
So not a runner.
No, definitely not a runner. No. But I think it was like at school. I wasn't like the top swimmer, but I really enjoyed that. And then at school I was just doing my academics and
Have you been the best, like top girl, head of the girls?
No, definitely wasn't that. No, I was naughty at school.
Have you? Oh, tell me something naughty.
Well, I was always bunking off school and and sort of doing naughty things. But, yeah.
And like literally a lot of teenagers have.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was kind of the same naughty person.
Okay.
So when you've been doing all the time, really just sport?
Not just sport. I was doing academic things like I studied geography, accountancy, maths,
Nice.
English. We had to do Afrikaans because Afrikaans was the Afrikaans language.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so Afrikaans is a language in South Africa that's a mixture of Dutch, German. I can't speak it anymore, but
Okay.
I learned Afrikaans when I was at school. But because my parents were both English, it was really difficult. I wasn't as easy as other children that had bilingual parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up having to have extra lessons in Afrikaans. But
Have you ever spoken like fluently?
No.
No.
I can understand if someone's on the tube and they're talking Afrikaans, I can understand what they're saying,
Mhm.
but I can't really talk it anymore. No. It's sort of gone.
But still, it's kind of impressive. I'd never even... Did I heard about the language? I think I did, but
Yeah.
for me it's something really impressive.
Yeah.
So what else?
What about school?
Yeah.
I
I
want
wanna
to forget about school.
I want to find more and more. What else about the school? So you've been learning a lot. You've been still like until 6 until 8, from the 6 until 18. You've been
Yeah.
living in South Africa only.
Yeah. So I was in my father was transferred to Johannesburg, so we were there for 3 years, and then we moved to Durban because we were going to move back to England, but we moved to Durban, and then
Where's Durban?
it's sort of on the east coast of South Africa.
Oh, still South Africa. I'm not really good at geography of South Africa. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So Johannesburg's in the middle, it's inland, then Durban's on the east coast, and then Cape Town's right on the south.
Oh, lovely.
South coast, yeah.
So you've been all your kind of adulthood, teenage life living there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
When there came the time that you decided to move back? Oh, what was after the 18 years old when you actually decided to move out from South Africa, or did you stay there?
Well, no. When I was 18, I stayed there, and then I started various different sort of office jobs, but then I got interested in
What kind of office jobs?
like a legal.
Oh, nice. Have you been
Legal
interested in legal?
secretarial jobs, but I never really liked it.
So you never wanted to become a lawyer?
No.
So just idea, maybe I will?
No,
No.
nothing like that. And then I started working. How did I get involved in fitness? I started working in gyms. So
in South Africa still?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was doing that, and I was teaching fitness in the gyms.
How did you end up with teaching fitness? Did you have to go through the courses, or have you?
Yes, I did some like aerobics teaching courses.
Okay.
You know, because that was in the 80s, so that was like there was aerobics, so everyone was doing aerobics then.
So it's really
Back
easy
in
to
the
get
80s.
into that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. How long was this kind of part of your life? So.
Well, that was until I carried on doing working in gyms and doing. I wasn't doing personal training there, but I was teaching a lot of group exercise. Group exercise classes.
Was your passion as well?
Yeah, no, I loved it. Yeah, I got there and I was like, I love doing this. I hate sitting at a desk. This is what I want to do. I want to help people to be fit and enjoy movement. And it was like the classes were to music, so I felt like I was getting a workout as well. So I was doing all that and I was loving that.
I love it.
Yeah, so that was really good.
So how there was a transferring from aerobics? So what next?
Okay.
I'm literally getting hooked.
And then I came back to London in 1992, and I was 30 years old then, and then because my sisters were here.
1992, you've been 30 years old. You're not now anymore.
Sorry?
You're not now. You look incredible.
I'm not 30 years old now, no.
Okay. She needs to tell us the secret. Wow, okay, now I'm surprised.
Oh!
Literally, I was thinking you're end of your 30s.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I literally think that. Your skin, you look incredible. Okay, now, wow.
So everyone needs to do Pilates.
Okay. Let's continue. The 1992.
So I came here and then I thought, now, I need to start my new life. My sisters were here and they were living in some flat shares.
How many siblings do you
I've
have?
got 2 sisters. One sister 1 year younger than me and my other sister 6 years younger than me. They both still live in London. And then I have a brother who's like step brother who lives still in South Africa.
Oh, nice. So you came here to share them in a share house?
Yeah, so I thought I was bored of living in South Africa then. I was like, I need to go and have an adventure. So came back here and then I started teaching at various gyms here. And as just teaching group fitness classes again. I tried working in a restaurant but didn't really like it.
No hospitality then?
No. My sister was working at TGI Fridays and she got me a job there, but it didn't work out. I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
How long have you survived in hospitality?
I think I only survived about 3 months.
Still good.
No. So then I thought, no, I'm going to carry on doing group fitness, and then so I carried on doing that. And then a couple of years later, I went to university and I got a sports science degree with sports science, and I started sports science and psychology, but then I switched it to sports science and sports therapy. So I did that.
Why not psychology?
I started psychology, I didn't like it. I
Mhm.
just couldn't get on with the psychology. So I thought I'll do the sports therapy because that would help. Like if I wanted to go into injuries or anything like that, or if I wanted to go into physiotherapy.
Just explain me what does it mean more? Those kind of
What, sports therapy?
Mhm.
Well, like understanding the body and understanding how to look at the body and, you know, help people to, or help me to understand, you know, it was sort of the tip of the iceberg of like a BSc in sports science. It was all to do with the workings of the body and the cardiovascular system and everything like that. And there was just a little bit of sports therapy as well as like, you know, manual therapy like massage and things like that in it.
Okay, that's interesting. So we're now in the university. Have you been studying here at the university in London?
Yeah, I did a
Nice.
degree.
And also working, studying?
Yes, so I was doing all that. So I did that for 4 years.
Nice.
And then after that, I got a job working in a health club as,
What's that?
what do you mean? What's a health club?
Yes.
Oh, the gym, you know, like a gym, like like, I don't know, like, what's it
It's a
called?
brand, the health club.
It was called, no, what was it called? It was called Holmes Place at the time, Holmes Place
Place.
Health Club.
It still exists?
I think so, yeah. I think it does still exist. And I think a lot of them got taken over by Virgin.
Okay.
You know Virgin?
I do.
Yeah, Virgin Health Club. So yeah, I was working there, and I was working there as the group exercise coordinator. So I was like the manager of all the people that were teaching the group exercise. So I did that, and then how I got into that's how I started getting into Pilates, because they had a hairdresser, and they closed the hairdresser and they put all these type machines in the place, and then the manager was like, "Will you go and run that?" And I was like, "What?" I don't even know what these are. And I was like, "Okay, we'll go and do a course." So I was like, "Well, I don't really want to do Pilates. It's like just lying there, just breathing. I don't want to do that. Like I'm used to swimming or like doing, because I was doing personal. I was a personal trainer as well at Holmes Place. I was like, I don't want to do that. Anyway, went and did it. Still didn't really get it. I was like, nah, this is rubbish. You know, it doesn't really.
You didn't like Pilates at the
No,
beginning?
I didn't like it. No, it was horrible. I was like, and then people started coming and we started teaching them, but I didn't really feel like I understood what I was doing, you know, on the equipment. I thought, well, I don't really know, didn't really have enough knowledge. So then that got me thinking, I want to understand more. So I did one course, and then a few years later I did another course, and that was actually in 2004. That was my first like comprehensive course that I did in Pilates, and it was like, it taught you to teach on the mat and then all the equipment as well.
I have a between question. Before you hate hospitality, so you swapped. After you didn't like psychology, you swapped.
Okay.
But you didn't like Pilates and it kept still going.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, it was just like something about it made me feel like there was more to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Always felt like there was more to understand about it. And my sister was teaching as well, Pilates.
Oh,
My younger
really?
sister, Kim, yeah, it's the one that's 6 years younger than me. So she was teaching it, so we did the course together, the 2004 course. And then after that, I was still working at Holmes Place, but then Kim and I decided we were going to get our own studio, so we did. We got our own studio in Kensington.
What year?
That was in 2004.
2004.
September 2004.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
We got our own studio in the basement of the Royal Garden Hotel,
Oh, nice.
which is in Kensington. So we started that, and we had that studio for until 2010.
Nice for 6 years.
Yeah, we had 6 years, and it was quite successful. And then Kim decided, because she had kids and she was living out in Twickenham, that she no longer wanted to do it. So we sort of disbanded it, and I sold the equipment. And then after that, I thought, what am I going to do now? Do I want to open up another studio? And I thought, no, not at the moment. I'm just, you know, I didn't want to do that. So I approached this physiotherapy clinic in Kensington, and I took some of my equipment there, and I worked out of there for a while, just working in there. But sort of I wasn't employed, but I was like being paid a share of the cost of whatever I got. So I just did that for a while. And then in 2012, I was approached by Equinox Health Clubs, which is I don't know if you've heard of them. They're a corporate American brand that have health clubs all over the US.
Mm-hmm.
And they have one in Kensington, and it's a very upmarket health club. And then they have one in Bishopsgate. I think they have about 4 now. And I was employed there as a Pilates manager. And then, so I managed a team. There was a big Pilates studio. And then I was also the head of the teacher training. So I headed up the teacher training. So I used to get people in and teach them to become teachers.
Oh, nice.
So I did that for 7 years.
So that's 2017.
It was in 2000. No, I started at Equinox in 2012.
2012, 2019.
And I left there in 2019.
As I'm using the sentence before the world ended.
But I left there in, I think it was May 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So I left there then, and I thought to myself, I need to take some time out for myself, because the job at Equinox was full on. It was like, you know, in there at 7 a.m, got home at night at like 9 p.m. So my whole life was doing that. And then I thought, no, I have
You had
to.
the urge to have something different again.
Yeah, I just want to do my own thing. So 2019 was all about traveling. I went to Greece to do some like training. I went to Spain in October. I went to LA because I forgot to tell you a big story actually.
See, so which year?
2018, I was accepted onto this master's program.
Oh, which one?
It was led by Jay Grimes, and it was.
Who is
Jay
he?
Grimes is one of the last remaining people alive that actually worked in Joseph Pilates' studio.
Nice.
The man that invented the method. So he was he was part of Vintage Pilates, which was
That's the term, vintage Pilates. Like
Well,
modern, vintage.
yeah.
Is it like post-apocalyptic Pilates, for example?
Yes. So Vintage Pilates was invented by, well, not invented, but Sandy Shimoda, who lived in LA. Her and another woman, Karen Frischman, they started this business called Vintage Pilates.
Okay.
They started it because they wanted to bring Jay Grimes in as one of their principal teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that, and then they decided to start this program called The Work, which was every year they accepted 12 students onto a year-long program to study with Jay Grimes.
Okay.
And it started in 2010, because I opened the studio in 2010. But then I was accepted into the last one that they ever did, which in 2018.
Oh, really? It was like, there's no more.
No, there's no more. They still do online, but they don't do it. They don't do any more, and I don't know if they ever will do any more. So
Wow.
I've gone to the last.
You got lucky.
Yeah, so I went to the last one. There was only 12 spaces, but you had to audition. So you had to do a full workout on the reformer, and it couldn't take you longer than 45 minutes. And you had to show that you were using your strength in every exercise. And then I don't know how many people assess, but so many people assess, maybe 15, maybe 18, and then they just choose 12 to be in this year-long program. So I was in that year-long program all through 2018 when I was at Equinox. I was flying backwards and forwards to the US 4 times because there was 4 modules, and I stayed there for over a week at a time, and it was intense. Like every single day we were doing like 3 hours on the mat, on the reformer, doing everything, doing weekends and stuff like that. So that was amazing, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to leave Equinox, because I just thought, now I'm the only person in London that has trained with this man. I want to help other people, you know, to get what I experienced from all my years of doing Pilates, but doing this master's program has really made me inspired to, you know, to help other people get the results that I've got, and to feel what this strength that I have in my body, and want to help everyday people get that. Because
so now, after you came here, this 2019, you came back. and you've been still working for after you want to leave as the manager.
Yeah.
So the COVID happened.
Yeah, so before that I went to LA in October 2019. I stayed there for a month, and I went to Hawaii and I did a graduation camp of vintage Pilates. I came back, and then I was ready to open a studio in the beginning of 2020. I was going to open a studio down the road, actually, in Battersea High Street. Had it all done. I got some equipment, I thought, and then lockdown hit just before I did it. So
have you got the studio?
No, I don't have a studio. I don't have anything at the moment. So I didn't do that, thank God.
Well, you do have your personal home studio.
Well, his studio, yes.
Exactly, we are sitting here.
Yes, I don't have outside studio, yes, but I have this little space. So during the lockdown, obviously I was doing lots of online, and that was all I was doing. And then
how hard it was to survive.
It was really hard, actually. It was, but actually I had a few loyal clients that stuck with me throughout. So
Nice.
it kept me going throughout the lockdown. I was still able to pay my bills and everything, so that was really good. I did have some scary moments, like I think everyone had during that time.
Do you want to share these scary moments? Like, how did you go through with them? Like,
so I had some months where, I thought, well, how am I going to pay my bills? But somehow, I don't know, I just managed. Well, I had some savings and, managed to get through it. So got through those 2 years, had COVID.
Oh, did you have COVID as well?
Yeah, had COVID in January 2021. Had my mum staying here with me. She came over from South Africa, so she stayed with me for a year. Got my little dog during the lockdown. I got him in August 2020 as well. So lots of things changed. I never thought of having a dog before.
You never had a dog before?
Too busy. No, when I was a child I had a dog, never as an adult. Well, no, I'm too busy, I could never look after a dog.
So you found yourself hobbies again, you're alive and you moved on.
Yeah.
It's incredible during the lockdown, still keep going. And you've been still doing the classes from here.
Yeah.
Are you still doing the online classes around the world, for example? Or do you prefer to have a personal one-to-one sessions?
Well, I do that online. I still have some clients that work with me one-to-one, not overseas, but away from Battersea, so they can't get here.
Oh, right.
So I have some clients in North London and round about there. And I do have a couple of clients in LA that work with me.
Oh, nice. Oh, that has to be hard to do time managing.
Well, it's one teacher that actually has a session with me. So she has a session, it's 8 o'clock for her in the morning, it's 4 o'clock for me.
That's perfect.
So that's fine, yeah.
So you you're still doing actively Pilates and still teaching. Mostly preferring to do it here or online to your personal.
Yeah, so I have all this equipment here, so I have clients coming here now.
You can't see everything, but there's quite a lot of equipment around us, so it's incredible.
Yeah, so you can get a really, you can get a really full workout on the equipment I have here.
Nice.
So I have people coming in and having privates here. I even have a couple of people coming and 2 people at a time.
Nice, so you can share the thing.
Yes, they can share the cost. Yeah.
And so we'll be talking about the next video with Jayne about the Pilates and how she works, so stay tuned about that. But I have a last subject which we will go to, and that's why Battersea? How did you get here? Why did you end up in Battersea? What got you into Battersea?
That's a really interesting story. So so I was with a partner in Battersea, and that's how I started here.
Are you married now? If you don't mind asking a question, you can say no.
No, I was with a girlfriend.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So I was with a girlfriend those years ago, and then we split up, and then I moved in with a friend up the road, and that was about in the late 90s, and then I moved into a flat up just 5 minutes from here, because I bought it. Well, I bought half of it and was paying rent for half of it, and then so then I stayed there, and then in 2017 I sold it and I bought this because I wanted to have 2 bedrooms. Yeah, so that's.
You have a lovely apartment, to be honest. We won't share it there, but it's close to Battersea High Street. Don't worry.
Yeah, so that's how I landed up in Battersea, and I loved it. I've always loved living in Battersea. I've always loved that it's close to the river, and it's like, it's not like, feels like it's in London, but it is really in London. You know, it's like you just cross the thing and you can get to King's Road and you can walk along the river, and yeah, I love Battersea.
I have a more question about Battersea to you. So let's say I'm asking all of my guests this.
Yeah.
What is your favourite place in Battersea? Second, what is your, for example, favourite activity in Battersea, or I mean free activity, free time or hobby?
Okay.
And the third thing, let's get the question: where do you like most to go? Drink, for dinner, or this kind of space? Let's start. What is your favourite space at all in Battersea?
Battersea Park.
Is Battersea Park?
Yeah, I love Battersea Park.
Why?
So I love taking Matt there, and it's just really open, and there's just loads of different places you can.
We have a washing machine. Don't worry.
There's lots of, it's just vast, you don't get bored there because there's lots of different places you can go and get coffee, and you can have a good run around, and it's just like, I
How
love it.
often are you there?
At least 3 times a week.
3 times a week?
I take them there. Yeah.
What's your favourite free time activity out of Pilates here in Battersea? Where do you go? And you want to relax or something, or do you going out of Battersea?
I don't know, I can't think.
Good question, right? I have a bit of tricky question sometimes.
Yeah.
Some people are running, some people like going drinking, some people like relax.
I go swimming once a week, but not
Where?
in Battersea. I belong to a swimming club, and they swim at different places, and on Thursday they swim at Oasis in Covent Garden.
So you do still swim?
Mm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. And what is your favourite restaurant, pub, or?
Well, I mean, I haven't been there for a while, but I like the Woodman. I like that pub. And I like Suzette's.
Oh, everybody.
I love that place. And favourite place to drink, I think you introduced me to the Aspen.
I did.
Yeah, I love that.
Have you been there?
Yes, I have, and actually it's my birthday at the end of this month, and I've hired a private room. I'm going to have like
Nice.
drinks and stuff.
Oh my God, Aspen. You would be surprised as you've been on beginning that we are 30 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
As I tell every single guest of mine, it's going quickly as we can imagine.
Yeah.
I would thank you for this beautiful and quite inspirational. Don't worry, we're not dying. It came in the right time. At least it's not boring. I love it, to be honest. It's not. That's why I like to do these things with the people, because it's something different.
Yeah.
And the sounds around us, I just have to be louder than you can hear me. That's it. I don't mind. Thank you for today.
You're welcome.
And thank you for sharing your story. As you should know, we will have more episodes with Jayne about the Pilates separately, and also she will share some personal message to you. So thank you for today, Jayne. I will share your contacts, share your link or whatever you will give me on the YouTube.
Fantastic.
And I wish you good luck more with Pilates.
Thank you.